welcome back to the Unpopular Party hosted by me, Party Next Shore. And today I'm here to react to the latest episode of Bobby, I Love You, PURR. This was a very interesting, humorous episode. A lot I want to talk about within this episode. Before we get into my thoughts, make sure you subscribe, especially if this is your first time seeing me on camera. Thank you for stopping by and thank you for showing love. And please subscribe if you want to see more content from me. All right, you guys, without further ado, let's just get straight into my thoughts. So Bobby is talking about, this whole situation that happened with his cousin. It's him and Roland Ray. They're outside talking, and he's just talking about like how he just was drinking his pain away. His cousin was unfortunately shot and passed away, and he just was hurt by it, so he was drinking. So he got like very intoxicated, right? And they started talking about Jocelyn, him and Roland Ray. They was like, they like her, she just kept it real. Then the topic of Hot Wheels was brought up. Bobby kept saying that he was disrespected by Hot Wheels, but he failed to acknowledge how he was being disrespectful to him. So it's like a lack of accountability on your character. Because I said it before and I will say it again, respect is a two-way street. And if you're being disrespectful, you can't get mad when someone's being disrespectful to you. I understand like you're going through stuff, we all go through something, but like, don't push me in no chair. But Bobby decides that he wants to have one-on-ones. And in this time, instead of just having like one-on-one dates, which I feel like that is what we're missing, we're not seeing, he wants to go through each and every one of their phones. And I've always said, I'm not a believer in going through your partner's phone, because if you go searching for something hard enough, you gonna find it. But he wants to call this the background check challenge. And I'm just like, okay, so the assistant, he gets all the guys downstairs, and here enters Roland Ray.
Yeah, I'm thinking we can go through these guys' phones and figure out what they're really about. I'm thinking past and present.
He says y'all are gonna give up your phones, make sure y'all unlock it. But Soul said in his confessional that he ain't doing it.
I will never unlock my phone for nobody. Not Bobby, nobody. I don't check phones. You're not checking my phone.
Like he said, he don't want nobody to go through his phone. Like that's like his non-negotiable. And then like Dingaling got like 4 phones. I'm just like, what you got all these phones for? So they dismiss out, and then that's when the challenge began of them going through each and every phone. So Soul is a first. He like, I don't want you to go through my phone. And Bobby's just like, you don't want me to go through it at all? Like, what if I give you 30 minutes to delete what you want to delete and then come back? He's like, no. And I'm just like, okay, first of all, I can see both sides. If I don't want you going through my phone, I just don't want you going through my phone. However, if you ain't got nothing to hide, you ain't got nothing to hide. Bobby was even like sitting next to me and I can go through it together. But I mean, I get it. That's like a non-negotiable. Like, don't go through my stuff. But also, it's a competition. So yeah, he ended up not doing it all because he was just like, trust isn't an issue in his relationship. So he didn't do it at all. Next up is Crouton. Now, Crouton was nervous, baby. He said that I'm just, worried because my family made me sign an NDA. Like Bobby said, y'all not the nose. His family don't want him going on reality TV, and they didn't want him going on there pretty much spilling their business. So he was just like, he don't know what Bobby may go through his phone and see we go on an NDA.
So nervous about this phone situation.
Oh, just my family. It's, they made me sign an NDA.
Your family?
Yes.
Why?
They do not agree with me being on reality TV. It is something that they're against, and
What does that have to do with the phone?
I said, no, what it is, your family probably threw a couple slurs up in that group chat and you didn't want to get exposed. That's why they had you sign that NDA, because yeah, your family done said some things. So next up is Go Hard. This is when things get really interesting. Bobby goes through Go Hard phone and he done seen it. But for some reason he goes through like his messages. Go Hard is texting the handler, and this is the same handler that Bobby is. I think this is like a one-sided beef because I don't think the handler is beefing with Bobby. But this is Hot Wheels handler who was pushing him around the whole house. Go Hard texting him, talking about some, let me know if you good, hit me up anytime. Bobby is pissed.
You was texting JV on the handler? Get out. Get the fuck out of my face.
Be like, he gonna call the handler and cuss him out on his phone, get his number, but the handler didn't pick up. I'm just like, baby, I don't know what it is about this handler. I'm like, what this handler got that Bobby don't? Because he the Kiss Island boy, and then he texts and Go Hard, but it don't end there. Savage walk in there is looking like Chip Skylark, and he texting the handler. I'm like, baby, this ain't Bobby, I love you. Baby, Bobby, they want the handler. This is the handler, I love you. Because I'm just like, what does he got? Like, what? Bobby, he done came up in your house and got your guys stuck. Like, hold on.
That's how I know Bobby pressed. That bitch said I'm pressed. I'm telling you, I'm tired of this bitch.
Like, Bobby pissed. I'm like, Bobby, don't be pissed because he taking your man. Hey, give the handler the spin off, because obviously that's what they want. Obviously that's what they sprung over. The handler got more pull than Bobby. Okay, so next up we see Hercules. So Hercules, he's like overly confident, and it's just like, giving actor vibes, but he good. He walk in and he give Bobby his phone, but Bobby go through like, he's like, who's this person that call you all the time? This person like text him, stuff like that. Come to find out, Hercules has a girlfriend, and his girlfriend have like a situationship, but he's like, yeah, he didn't know that was his girlfriend. Bobby decided to call. Bobby, they is really playing you on this show. Bobby decided to call the girlfriend, and the energy was just like, hey, he didn't lie. Because Bobby called and he was like, oh, hey. She's like, hey, boo, what's up? He was like, you know this Hercules, he's saying you're his girlfriend. And her face was just like, I mean, he ain't lying. Yeah, I'm his girlfriend. And I'm like, these gay for pay men. But Bobby, dumb ass, talking about some, I don't know if I should be mad or turned on because, you know, straight boys. Like, that's not a flex. This man has a whole girl. That means you're not going to be a priority because, like he said, she's always going to have some ties with each other. So why in the world are you even still entertaining this person? I don't even know. And it is news in his phones, like, you know, his buttons, which I'm not surprised because, you know, he does OnlyFans as well. So majority of them guys got news in their phone. So Hercules is finished. Bobby talking about he's been the best one so far. I'm like, he has a whole girlfriend. Bobby ain't looking for love for real. Okay, next up, Big PURR walk in, and Bobby like, before you even came into the room, your phone was going off with Tinder notification. Because you're lying, my nigga. His phone was just nasty. Like, he got all types of things in his phone, like this person doing this, doing that, sucking, put it this, put it there, boom, bam, boom. I'm just like, Big PURR, you a big freak. I should have known when he put that whipped cream on his stomach and had, Big PURR getting some things. So that's that on Big PURR. Next up, we see Dingaling, but Dingaling had 4 phones, 3 just so happened to be dead. 1 phone that he goes into had nothing on it. I'm telling you, that Dingaling, that boy a little off. And the way he be acting, it's just like, you're playing, right? Like, you got to be playing. Like, you got to be just put on a joke because you can't act like this in real life. Like, right? Now we see Trax. Bobby asked him if he like trans women, and he said he do. I mean, he was like he like people, but it didn't matter. Bobby was like, I mean, you know, if he like trans women, that's not an issue, but what you want from me? Which is like, Bobby, like, he don't discriminate. He like who he like. But Bobby go through his phone. His phone was dry. Wasn't nothing in it. So he was like, yeah. Island Boy is next. And Island Boy, he be trying to act so hard. Like, go through the phone. Go through the phone. So Bobby goes through Island Boy phone. And lo and behold, he go through that handler. That handler got them boys by the neck. I don't know what Island Boy was talking about, but he deleted like his messages. So all you see is the handler just like pretty much saying how much he loved him. But you don't see what he says. And Bobby just like, why he feel that way? Y'all did more than kids. Island Boy, I see, swear we did it. I'm like, boy, ain't no way. Nobody finna just be texting y'all that off a kiss. I'm like, Bobby, just throw the whole cast out and start it, because they really real life disrespecting you. But Bobby also is doing too much because his assistant was trying to walk up to see something. He was like, sit down.
Hold on, sit down, bitch. Oh yeah, no, yeah, you read this.
And I'm just like, oh, he a good one for sitting back down. That's why Hot Wheels was ready to go off on him, because you was y'all talking to. Next you see Rerun, and he talking about he forgot the password. Just the same BS. Bobby was over it. So Bobby ended up not going through his phone. But he said, he made a good point. Let me go through your phone too. We could switch phones if that's the case. Bobby was over it. And now it's time for elimination. I'm like, dang, we just, what happened? Like, we just started the episode and now y'all going to elimination. I feel like anything, since Trax did the best and he had nothing within his phone, he should have won a date and we should have saw them like, you know, have a date or something, but we just killed straight to elimination. So, but Ray come out, he was like, Brother Ray to clap for me. Bobby is giving out the change. Trax get a first change. You know, he had nothing in his phone, he was dry, but then he also told Trax he need to spice up, stop being so boring. I see, that's the problem. Sometimes you need boring. Sometimes you need just something just to be a little calm and not stressed. I don't know. I say that now, but I couldn't be with nobody boring. But also at the same time, I can't be with nobody just gonna play me and disrespect me, so. Big PURR gets called next, and maybe he's sweating, but I can't say much, because, baby, when it's hot, these follicles start to get sweaty too. He ends up getting a chain. Crouton is called next. And Rerun, for some reason, was just being a whole brat. Crouton had to go and have a little back and forth. Crouton said, you look like you fell off a stupid tree and hit every branch going down. I said, baby, I'm scared of you. But Crouton gets a chain. So it's called next. Bobby like, give me your phone, you know, you could go home. And so like, honestly, I don't want to be with nobody that's gonna always try to make me go through their phone and stuff like that. And I mean, that was his deal breaker. So Soul had to be eliminated, which it sucks because he's not the only person whose phone Bobby didn't go through. So I do feel like Soul should have probably stayed for the simple fact of that. But Soul is getting eliminated, so yeah. So Rerun and Island Boy is arguing again. I'm just like, okay, here we go again.
He been taking all the time with you, first off.
Once you know. Well,
I know you don't like that, though. You don't want nobody up under you 24/7.
past tense. You don't know what he likes at the time.
I already know, because I already
Past
been there.
tense.
I've been there,
Past
done that.
tense.
You knew.
This is future,
You
bro.
knew and you already
This is
old.
2022.
Bobby tells him to step up. He's like, y'all gonna either have to thump more or leave it alone. And I'm like, I agree. But he's like sending back. I feel like he's trying to set it up for them two to be the final two. Dingling gets called down there. Did you know this boy has 6 kids and 5 baby mamas? I said, who and who? And you're keeping him? I'm not saying it's an issue, but when you act how you act, busting it open on Twitter and OnlyFans the way he doing, with 6 kids, 5 baby mamas, and you still keeping him around, and we ain't seen y'all make like no type of connection. He come with a lot of baggage. I said, it's giving Zeus brand deal. Like, you know, it's within his contract on brand exposure that he has to stay X amount of episodes, if that makes sense. And the reason I said it, because that's kind of how Danny was on One More Chance. She would just use his promo because she had like a big following. She had more followers than Zeus. Hercules is called down next. So Bobby is just like, Hercules got a girlfriend, but Hercules is explaining himself, saying that like he come from a strict background and like it would not be as accepting and stuff like that. And which I get it, and you almost had me, but it's like I've seen you on Twitter and Instagram, you know, like just doing a whole bunch of gay for pay stuff. So it's just like, are you now coming into your sexuality and stuff like that? Or was that a cop out for still trying to have a girlfriend? And then on top of that, why are you still trying to figure out and shift through this on national television, trying to get the attention of a guy? Same thing with Dingling, like you got all these kids, but you trying to get the attention of a guy. Like, are y'all really gay, or is it just giving like you just want to be on TV? Because if I was Bobby, I ain't got time for no one still trying to figure out his sexuality. Like, you need to have that figured out before you be with me, because that's just a whole nother layer of baggage that you're adding to. Yeah, it is what it is. Bobby gives him a chain. If that's what he wants, that's what he wants. Go Hard gets called next. He get a chain. Rerun is next. Him and Island Boy still going back and forth, but Rerun gets a chain. And the final two ends up being Island Boy and Savage. Savage goes home, Island Boy gets a chain, and yeah, that's pretty much that for that episode. But I don't know, like, it's just giving, like, throw the whole cat. That's what I was talking about in my previous video. I was just like, is no type of connection there. But hey, who am I to judge? Next week, they finally had this boxing ring match, and then Bobby tried to go off on Go Hard because Go Hard was laying in the bed and his little ding-a-ling was getting hard. So I don't know what that's about. And then Natalie Nunn makes an appearance next week. Like I said, she wants people to be so intimidated by her so bad.
I'm a real psycho crazy bitch, like I go dumb here.
You're scared, just stop.
I'm not scaring them like, oh, they're so, if they scared of me, then they better be real scared of you.
Like, girl, you look a mess talking about some, I'm from the Bay, I'm really about, they should be scared. Ain't nobody scared of your packaging box looking self. Going off, looking like the hunchback of Notre Dame. Like, girl, sit down. But that's all I have for this week. You guys think of this episode? Let me know in the comment section. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.